In a well-defined psychological anime, you may expect to observe mind games, psychological sagacity, wild twists and turns, human psyche, and everything that affects this mind. It doesn't end there either. This genre includes works that are both interesting and intense and are capable of making a lasting impression on viewers. This Japanese anime topic usually has a few aspects that are designed to screw with our ideas, sentiments, and emotions. Remember, these twisted psychological anime programs don't necessarily fall cleanly into the horror genre, but they nonetheless fear us. So, without further ado, let's get started. The following are the top 10 psychological anime to watch. Number 10, No Game, No Life. Do you believe this is merely a game? Physical prowess means nothing in a world where everything is decided by games, using the intellect to conquer the world. While this presentation avoids the more sinister aspects of psychology, the use of the mind in the form of tactics and plans will leave you speechless for a while. The renowned Blank, a player who is widely known and famed as one of the top gamers in the world, is made up of two hikikomori, NEET siblings named Sora and Shiru. Blank's feats are regarded as near impossible and extraordinary. Sora and Shiru decide to seize a once-in-a-lifetime chance when an email from a being who calls himself God asks them to resign from their current world and enter a more fascinating game-oriented one. Disboard is the name of the world in question, a place where everything is solved through games. There is no killing, stealing, or unjustified warfare. Number 9. Code Geass. With Code Geass on the list, you'll be happy. This show will blow your head thanks to the cast's bright minds and the plot's action-packed narrative. This show is truly a fantastic masterwork that deserves to be at the top of this list. A rebellion is developing in Area 11, and an exiled prince of Britannia is caught in the middle of it with his beloved sister. Ignorant of the truth and reality of what is going on, Lilac v. Britannia meets a so-called witch named Cece, who can bestow supernatural powers suited for kings. The Geass wakes Lilac's power of absolute obedience, which allows him to issue absolute one-time commands to whoever he utilizes his power on. As a result, his once-in-a-lifetime chance has arrived, with him on the front lines of battle. The war, the world, his life, and the secrets of the past will all be revealed. Number 8. Ergo Proxy. When it comes to complicated tales and twisted character development, Ergo Proxy excels at both the expected and unexpected. It's gloomy, and it forces you to think about what you're doing. The plot is so intricate and perplexing that it suffocates your questions and inquiries. This is how this show came to be on this list. It's the kind of animation that makes you think. The remnants of humanity seek sanctuary in the protective covering of hidden domed cities on a world that is nearly wholly inhospitable, owing to the after effects of the methane hydrate layer explosion. People are now rigorously monitored and maintained by mechanical creatures known as auto reefs, and life is no longer what it once was. One day, a mysterious virus known as the Cogito virus infects the auto reefs and sends them on a spree of lunacy. Inspector Risky's examination of the auto reefs and the virus is complicated by the discovery of something even more sinister: the monsters known as proxies. Number 7. Grisaia no Kajitsu. What qualifies Grisaia no Kajitsu for a spot on our list is the way each of its characters presents their situations and backgrounds in a seductive and distressing manner. Each character is unique and has their own set of trials and tribulations. Psychologically, this show not only tells scary and gloomy stories on their own, but also unnerving and mind-boggling stories. Kazami Yuji is the newest student in school where only 5 female pupils are enrolled. Yuji's goal is to probe into the lives of the female students and help them overcome their difficulties as the first ever male student mixed in with female students with questionable pasts and identities. However, because each student has their own contentious background, it will soon be revealed that the student with the most bleak background is none other than Kazami Yuji himself. Number 6. Zetsuen no Tempest. Zetsuen no Tempest is the anime that goes well with a tremendous, mind-bending moment. The plot is full of twists, the characters employ their mental powers to the fullest, and the coincidences are laid out in an unexpected way. All of this adds up to a stormy plot that hurls all of the ingredients into a vortex and releases them in a lavish manner. Because Tempest is in the title, expect a succession of mind-boggling events from this psychological anime. When the princess Hazaki Kusaribe, the Kusaribe clan's most powerful sorceress, is banished to a desolate island where her powers are made worthless, she sends out a sorceress letter for assistance. On the other hand, Mahiro Fuwa, an angry young man who has lately learned of his sister's murder, comes across Hazaki's message by chance. This gives him the opportunity to both help and be helped by her. Yoshino Takigawa, Mahiro's best buddy, becomes entangled in the events as well. Is it all a coincidence, or is it all fate's handiwork? The Genesis tree and the Exodus tree are the pillars that will determine the course of destiny in this tumultuous story of vengeance. But before we continue, like this video and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on any future updates. Number 5. Monster. The closer anything approaches to reality, the more vexing and upsetting it becomes. With a tale that is so near to reality, Monster stands out among anime. It exposes the true essence and psyche of humans and society with extraordinary relevance. It's so eerily identical that it's genuinely terrifying. Monster roars out a howl that displays the generally unknown yet undeniable truth about us and our planet, based on the ideals and dark truths of ourselves and our civilization. Dr. Kenzo Tenma, a well-known doctor in the world of medicine, has a difficult choice between saving the mayor's life and preserving the life of a little child. He decides to save the life of the person who will soon create chaos in his life, beliefs, and the world's foundations. What kind of unimaginable events would result from his decision? Who was the person he rescued? What is his genuine essence and true identity? The planet will soon tremble as a result of Dr. Tenma's decision. Number 4. Death Parade. Death Parade is another anime that explores the essence of the soul and its darkest depths. It explores the core of human nature while attempting to uncover its true underpinnings. The pains and tribulations of the soul are depicted in this anime. You can't help but feel sympathy for each of the characters every time you watch it, because the majority are human, and some are attempting to become human. The sensation of connection is at an all-time high with each turn and twist. The void and reincarnation can be compared as heaven and hell. However, the human soul can only go to these two places. When a human dies, their soul usually goes straight to the abyss or rebirth. However, the souls occasionally stop at Quindecim, an afterlife pub run by Decim, who assesses souls through random death games in which he peers into the soul's deepest, darkest regions. The outcome will be determined by the void of reincarnation, the game, and the secrets of the soul and true human nature. Number 3. Mirai Nikki, Future Diary. In Mirai Nikki, all of the characters are nuts, and it's not their fault. Their circumstances have thrown them all into disarray, leaving only the strongest, or maybe the luckiest, to live. That isn't all though. Everyone's mental condition is the most important aspect in determining the outcome. Mirai Nikki is a weird psychological anime unlike any other, with insane characters, a crazy plot, and distorted realities. Deus Ex Machina, the god of space and time, is slowly disintegrating. As a result, a strategy is devised to select the next person to govern over everything. A survival game with 12 future diary holders lashes out intensely to proclaim the next god of space and time. using diaries that can foretell the future in all their own distinct ways. Amano Yukitaro, 14, is one of the contenders. He surprisingly stands out in the deadly game by performing the impossible and toppling even his own dead end, despite his reluctance. The twisted battle of psychological endurance and survival begins. Number 2, Psycho-Pass. Psycho-Pass is truly psycho in that it explores people's mental states. With the technologies in this show, you can be quickly examined and characterized. The consequences of judging and meddling with the status of being human will be presented in full view in this anime. Through creative technology and advanced research, humanity will be able to gauge the overall state of being a person in the future. With this technology at their disposal, having a good Psycho-Pass score shows that a person is healthy and sane. Those who fail the test are promptly reformed and, in certain cases, completely eliminated. The police force is in charge of putting this technology to use and making the most of it. Is it, however, truly just? Is anything morally correct and humanely acceptable? While the answers may be difficult to come by, the Psycho-Pass is poised to cause a massive storm in human history. Number 1, Death Note. Whoever has their name inscribed on the Death Note will perish in the next few seconds. The Notebook of Death falls into the hands of 17-year-old student Light Yagami after oddly falling from the sky and being discovered by him. While things started out as a game of curiosity, Light quickly finds that the notebook is genuine and its power is truly terrifying. As a result, with no time to waste, Light begins restoring the world with his own version of justice by executing all of the world's offenders. However, things aren't going to happen as planned. A genius known as L is hell-bent on finding him down and capturing him. Which anime you think we missed? Do let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, don't forget to like this video and be sure to hit the subscribe button before you go. Please feel free to share your opinions in the comments below.